Hey, good morning, North Coast fam and daily dosers. My name's Braden. I work here at the Vista campus, and we're going to be in the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 1, starting in verse 5, and it reads like this. It says, I'm reminded of your sincere faith, which first lived in your grandmother Louise and in your mother Eunice, and I am persuaded now lives in you also. You see, what we have here is this guy named Paul. We've probably heard of him before. And he's writing to this young pastor, this young guy. His name's Timothy. And he goes, hey, Tim. He goes, you know what? One of the first things that I want to encourage you on, and I'm reminded of, is how much you genuinely love Jesus. And how that first started because of who you had at home. Your mother and your grandmother. And the impact their faith had on you. And mothers, can I just say, you have a deep impact on your household. And man, it's crazy with all the hustling and bustling of what a daily life and mom looks like. Can I just give you some encouragement? Can I do that for you today, this morning? And maybe if you're watching this, maybe send this to your mom, and hopefully this can encourage her. It comes from Isaiah 41. It will start in verse 8, and it says this. But you, Israel, my servant Jacob, whom I have chosen, you descendants of Abraham, my friend, I took from you the ends of the earth. From its farthest corners I called you. I said, you are my servant. I have chosen you and have not rejected you. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous hand. You see, God's telling this at a time when the Israelites have faced great opposition, and they're in need of some encouragement. And I love what he reminds them of in verse 10, of these 4 truths that say, hey, I'm your God. I will strengthen you. I will hold you. And I will help you. And I get, guys, there's dynamics and dichotomies with the different stages of motherhood. Maybe you're in the all-in stage, where your house is covered in plastic and Cheerios, and your house doesn't even look as cool as it once was, and it's not fun living there anymore. Hey, for all those all in on your kids, be reminded that God is all in on you. Or maybe you're in the hold and release stage, where during these maybe teenage years, you are seeing your kids come and go, and they're not always fully present. But be encouraged and reminded that God is fully present. And would you trust that? Or maybe you're in a coach or counselor phase where your relationship is marked more by distance than presence. It's marked more by phone calls than family meals. For all of you that maybe don't get to see your kids as much as you want to, become a person of prayer and pray for them, especially when you never see them. And lastly, maybe you're in a stage where the roles have reversed, where moms that took care of babies now take care of moms. Throughout all these different stages and phases of what being a mom looks like, even if you're not a mom, even if you're a sister, brother, spouse, aunt, uncle, small group leader, guys, let him be your strength. Let him be your God. Let him help you. And lastly, I think one of the greatest things that a mother gets to experience and have the joy of is getting to hold her child. Would we let the God of the universe hold us too? Because maybe, just maybe, there'll be an adult one day like Timothy that goes, I was really impacted because of the faith my mother and my grandmother had. Can I just tell you guys, never ever hide your light at home. Our families are fertile fields for planting gospel seeds. I hope you were encouraged today. And have a great, great rest of your week.